You did not need it. You bought it anyway. And if you are honest, you cannot fully explain why, except that something inside you shifted the moment the order confirmation hit your screen. That feeling, the small warm click of relief, is the most expensive sensation in your life, and nobody has ever sat you down and named it. Here is the thing nobody tells you. Most of the money leaking out of your account is not buying you objects. It is buying you mood adjustments. You are not a bad person with money. You are a normal person using the fastest legal tool available to change how you feel. That is not a character flaw. It is a mechanism, and mechanisms can be understood. So let me show you the 6 feelings that quietly drain you, ranked from the merely costly to the genuinely dangerous. You will recognize at least 3 of these in the last 30 days. I am not guessing. I do it too. Number 6. Boredom. Boredom feels harmless. It is the cheapest emotion to admit to and the most embarrassing to act on, so you dress it up. You call it browsing. You call it just looking. You open the app to kill 10 minutes in a queue, and 10 minutes later you have a cart with 3 things in it that solve no problem you actually have. Here is what is happening under the hood. Boredom is your brain registering a drop in stimulation, and your brain hates a flat line. Shopping delivers a clean little spike. Novelty, anticipation, decision, reward. It is a 4-part hit, and it takes about 90 seconds. You are not shopping for the product. You are shopping for the spike. The cost is sneaky because no single purchase feels like a problem. It is $9 here, $14 there, a phone case for a phone you are about to replace. Boredom spending is death by 1,000 tiny yeses. And the worst part is, you do not even enjoy the things. You open the box. The spike fades in under a minute, and the object joins a drawer of other things that were also supposed to make a Tuesday feel less like a Tuesday. Nobody tells you that boredom is a signal, not an emergency. You do not have to answer it with your card. Number 5. Loneliness. This one hides better than boredom because it wears the mask of treating yourself. You are home alone on a Friday. The silence has a texture to it. So you order the food you do not need, the second drink, the thing that gets delivered to your door by a stranger who, for about 4 seconds, makes the apartment feel a little less empty. Here is the uncomfortable truth. A delivery is the cheapest available substitute for human contact. Someone is coming to your home. They know your name. There is a small transaction of warmth, a knock, a handoff, a thank you. Your brain, which evolved to need other people, takes that crumb and treats it like a meal. Loneliness spending is expensive because it scales with how alone you feel, and it never actually fixes the thing. You spend to simulate connection, the simulation fades, and the loneliness comes back slightly worse, because now you are alone and you have a charge on your card you cannot defend. Nobody tells you this. The ache is real, and the purchase is not the answer to it, but it is the fastest answer, and fast usually wins. Number 4. Anxiety. Anxiety is the feeling that something bad is coming and you cannot control it. And the human brain, when it cannot control the big thing, will frantically reach for any small thing it can control. Spending is control you can buy in 30 seconds. Watch yourself the next time you are stressed about something you cannot fix. The deadline, the relationship, the test result, the thing you are waiting to hear. You will suddenly develop an urgent need to buy a planner, or a water bottle, or running shoes, or storage containers to organize a cupboard you have ignored for 2 years. This is not random. This is your brain trying to convert formless dread into a concrete action with a clear outcome. You cannot control the layoffs at work, but you can absolutely control whether your spices are in matching jars. The purchase gives you a hit of agency, a feeling of, I am doing something, I am preparing, I am in charge. Here is the cost nobody mentions. Anxiety spending feels productive, which is exactly why it is so dangerous. Boredom spending you can at least catch yourself doing. Anxiety spending disguises itself as self-improvement. You are not wasting money, you tell yourself. You are investing in your morning routine. Meanwhile, The actual source of the anxiety sits there untouched, and you are out $200 on gear for a habit you will abandon in 11 days. Number 3. Shame. Now it gets darker. Shame is the feeling that you are not enough, and it is the single most profitable emotion in the entire economy. Every advertiser on earth is fluent in it. Shame spending is when you buy to close the gap between who you are and who you think you should be. You see the person who looks effortless, and the suggestion arrives quietly. They have it together because they have those things. So you buy the things, hoping the having will make you the kind of person who has it together. This is why you buy the gym membership you do not use. It is not really about exercise. It is about buying the identity of a disciplined person without doing the disciplined thing. The membership is a down payment on a self-image. You are not paying for the gym. You are paying for the version of you that goes to the gym, and that version is always sold separately. Here is what nobody will say out loud. Shame spending never closes the gap, because the gap is the product. The whole machine depends on you feeling slightly behind. The moment you felt genuinely enough, an entire economy would lose its best customer, you. So the goalpost moves the instant you reach it, and you buy again, chasing a feeling of adequacy that was never for sale in the first place. Number 2. Sadness. Sadness is heavy, and money is the fastest way to feel light, even briefly. This is the one we have a friendly name for: retail therapy. We say it with a little laugh, like it is a harmless treat, and that laugh is exactly how it gets past your defenses. There is real science under this. Sadness narrows your focus to the present and makes the future feel far away and unimportant. Researchers have actually measured this. A sad person will pay significantly more for the same item than a neutral person, and will accept far less to give up something they own. Sadness literally reprices your entire world. It makes the now feel urgent and the consequences feel distant. So when you are low, the purchase does two things at once. It delivers a dopamine bump that cuts through the fog for a moment, and your sad brain has stopped caring what tomorrow you will think. Tomorrow you is a stranger. Tonight you is in pain and wants relief, and relief is one tap away. The cost is brutal, and it compounds. You spend because you are sad. Then the statement arrives, and you feel ashamed of the spending, which makes you sadder, which makes you spend again. It is a closed loop that feeds on itself, and the people selling to you understand this loop far better than you do. They are not selling sweaters. They are selling a way out of a feeling, and they have priced it perfectly. Nobody tells you that the cheapest thing you can do when you are sad is nothing at all. Just wait. The feeling moves. The charge does not. And number 1, the most expensive feeling of them all: numbness. This is the one nobody warns you about, because it does not feel like an emotion at all. It feels like the absence of one. You are not happy, not sad, not bored, not anxious. You are just flat, gray, switched off. And in that flatness, you spend not to feel good, but to feel anything. Numbness spending is the most dangerous kind because there is no internal break. With sadness, you at least feel the pain that the purchase is answering. With numbness, there is nothing to push back. You scroll and you tap and you barely register the prices because the entire point is that you have stopped registering. The spending is a search for a pulse. You are pressing the buy button the way you would poke a limb that has fallen asleep, just to confirm there is still something there. This is the spending that does not even come with a story. You cannot say you were treating yourself because you felt nothing while doing it. You look at the order history later like it belongs to someone else. Who bought this? When? Why? There is no memory attached because there was no feeling attached, and that is the whole terrifying point. Here is the truth that ties all 6 together, the thing nobody ever told you. In every single case, you are not buying the object. You are buying a feeling, or buying your way out of one. The product is just the delivery system. The boredom wants a spike. The loneliness wants company. The anxiety wants control. The shame wants to be enough. The sadness wants relief. The numbness wants proof of life. None of those needs are wrong. They are all deeply human. The problem is that you have been handed one tool, a card, and trained to use it on 6 completely different feelings. The way some people use a single bottle of pills for a headache, a heartbreak, and a bad day. It works just enough to keep you doing it, and it solves none of them. So here is what changes everything, and it is almost insultingly simple. Before you buy, you do not ask, "Is this a good deal?" You do not ask, "Can I afford it?" Those questions keep you arguing about money, and money was never the issue. You ask one question instead. What am I feeling right now? That is it. Name the feeling out loud. Bored, lonely, anxious, ashamed, sad, numb. Because the second you name it, something shifts. The purchase loses its disguise. It stops looking like a thing you need and starts looking like what it actually is, a mood you are trying to manage with money, and a feeling that has been named correctly almost never needs to be bought. You will still feel all 6 of these for the rest of your life. That is not the goal. The goal is to stop letting an unnamed feeling reach into your account and quietly take a payment you never agreed to. The cart can wait. The feeling will pass either way. The only question is whether you pay for it.